What is up, guys? Jared Spalding here, and today I wanted to discuss whether or not, of course in my opinion, Julius Maddox will be able to break the all-time bench press world record of 738.5 pounds or 335 kilograms held by Kirill Sarshev. Now, the first thing I'd like to point out is that Julius is by far the closest of anybody between 2017 and 2018 to come to that mark. He is the only person in the past couple years to bench over 700, the last person to do so in a meet since Kirill. So therefore he's also the most recent person, and he's also the only active bench presser to hit that over 700 mark. This was done in February of 2018. But before that, that did not sound very great. Before that, in October of 2017, Julius benched 688 pounds, which can be seen here. Now, that 688 or 312 kilo bench press, you could see, was relatively smooth. There was a bit of a sticking point at lockout. That's pretty common for Julius, but that was still his second attempt. And he actually went for 705 at this meet in October, which you can see right here. Again, we see relatively the same thing. Julius is somebody who is extremely fast off his chest. I'd assume that is because he is coached by Josh Bryant, who is a very big proponent of the dead press. But in any case, that press was not even, that close. I mean, obviously, I'm not Julius, so I don't really know how close that was, but it does not look as close, I should say, as his failed attempt at 723 pounds in February of this year. And by the way, 705 pounds is 320 kilos, sorry. I was about to say 310. I was like, no, that's not right. 320 kilos or 705 pounds. Now, in that February then, when he did go for it again and hit it, here's how it looked. Now, that 705 was quite obviously faster than the 688. I mean, there's no question about it. There was absolutely zero struggle at lockout for Julius. I mean, off the chest, it absolutely flew. That was insanely fast, that 705 pounds. Now, here is his attempt with 723.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, Julius. 723. Come on, Julius. Come on, baby.
Now, in case you weren't paying attention, the reason that Julius went for that 723 pounds or about 328 kilo attempt is because it would have chipped in the American bench record by 1 pound. He would have been right over Eric Spoder's 722. Alas, he did not get it, as you could obviously see, but it was pretty close. I'd say it was definitely closer than his attempt with 705 the last time he competed back in October. So the point of me showing all of this, of course, is to demonstrate Julius's progress from one meet to the next. Now, I do believe Julius actually had a shoulder injury a little bit after he benched 705 for the second time in the animal cage, but despite that, he's come back very strong. Here is a recent video of him hitting a very smooth, I believe, 640. So yeah, as you can see, pretty recently, 640 or 290 kilos is looking pretty smooth from Julius. I'm not sure when he plans to compete again. I think he's actually just starting a meet prep. I'll have to look more into that. I know I asked him not too long ago, and he said that he was actually going to talk about it in his next YouTube video, which came out, but I will definitely be following whatever meet he does decide. Just solely to see him, basically, assuming it's not a huge meet, because I truly do believe that Julius has a world record in him. I mean, just that progress from October to February is unreal. To go from, 688 looking pretty tough, I mean, not going to lie, to 705 looking like absolutely nothing. When before he missed 705 pretty handily. I mean, that's some insane progress for 4 months. When you're talking about a high 600s to a low 700s bench, that's a huge, huge mountain to climb for anybody. I mean, a lot of people, any like bencher who's ever made it to this point said that the biggest, hardest jump in all of powerlifting is from 675 to 700. And Julius did it pretty easily. I mean, 688 obviously is past 675, but point being, that's not an easy, mark. I mean, what I'm trying to basically explain here is that I know that kind of a jump doesn't seem that unreal if you've been powerlifting for maybe a year, but when you've been doing it for as long as he has, not only that, but also when you're at the level he is, to be able to make a jump like that in 4 months is absolutely unreal. I mean, 723 was nearly there. So there's no telling what he's going to hit, but I do fully believe that 340 plus kilo bench or 749 pound plus bench is going to be there by the end of the year. I do think Julius definitely has it in him. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below as to whether or not Julius can break the bench world record or not. Peace.